Well, here we are, the Tahuyah State Forest. We're at our sample point for the quadrant sampling. Let me go ahead and flip this thing over so you can see the quadrant. There we go. And here it is. You can see it right there. It's just, this one's just a PVC frame. It's not even held together very well. The important part is the interior measurement from here to here and there to over there, because each side is 0.5 of a meter. When that way I did that intentionally, because when I look at this in the grid lines of the topographical map that I pulled up and showed you guys in class, I can have a better idea of, a better representation of the entire sample. So nothing too fancy here. Getting close here, I see over the edge of the quadrant, this is some huckleberry. I would count the huckleberry even though the roots aren't in there. Getting down closer, I don't know what this plant is. I would take pictures of it and try to identify it. Some type of flowering plant, because of that right there. A lot of green ground cover, stuff like this. This is why it's so important to have what we call a key, or knowledge about what things are when you're doing these type of samplings. Because this way I can say, okay, this is this type of species, because there's a different species here. This is a different type of species there because it's all fuzzy. Some of these are a bit rounder. We have some lichen, some moss. My favorite, Scotch broom. I love to hate this stuff. What else do we have? We have a lot of Doug fir detritus, just leaves, needles on the ground. I find anything else interesting. It's not very warm, so the bugs aren't really out. So it's hard to see any bugs here. There's some more moss right there. Oh, I saw a bug. It is running away. There's some more moss right there. Lots of moss all over the place. To be expected. And it's early spring, so it's nothing too fancy showing up yet. But what I could do is, I'm going to switch screen here again. Say I wanted to inventory Scotch broom. I'm concerned about Scotch broom growing in the forest, which is, it's a bit too late now. It's all over the place. I'll say, okay, I found one Scotch broom in this sample. And let's take a few more samples, and let's say I did a transect, with my transect being starting from right here, and I would do a straight line for maybe about 50 meters in up that direction. And depending on where I would put it, there's a Scotch broom there, there's a Scotch broom there, a Scotch broom there, and it just got fuzzy on you. I'm sorry. I would say out of 5 samples, I'm probably going to have at least 3 situations of Scotch broom in it. And so then I just do the math. I would take my, okay, that's 5 divided by 3, do the math there. And then based on how many of these quadrants could actually fit in this grid I was analyzing, I would end up multiplying that by 4 million and get a very rough estimate of how many Scotch brooms are, in this plot of land. And there's a lot. Would it be accurate? No, it's not accurate. It's very, very guesstimative, but it's a good chance to physically see, what type of samples out there for ecological sampling. And the more little individual quadrants that I sample and place out here, the more accurate my results are. That's it for that. Fairly simple. The hardest part is being able to identify what the plants are and what the animal species are. That's why a lot of times you'll see a lot of people just take lots and lots of pictures, and they'll come together as a group whenever they're trying to do these samplings, and people just start writing down in big data tables what they're finding it. All right, on to the next one.